Welcome back, everybody! Today is going to be an awesome day. I am really looking forward to seeing on what we're going to do today because today we are going to be building a roller coaster. I am so excited. So let me just see here what we're going to do. I know I haven't been streaming in a while. It's been like a week at least. And that's because I just wanted to take a break and all that. And I've been doing other things. And I think this is fun though. I finally got another idea, and I'm trying to figure out how exactly I'm going to build a roller coaster that has a loop in it. Because you can rotate objects like this. So my thought on building a roller coaster is like this has water on it, which I thought was funny. And you can swim in it. You always go upwards. And basically, I'm going to build a track on something like this. Let's see if I can get a rail. So I'm gonna build a rail on this side of this. Can I build it? Where can I build it? Oh, it's on the other side. Okay, looks like it's probably this top side. What? Okay, where can I build a rail on this thing? This is kind of annoying. Okay, right here. So, yeah, here's what I'm thinking. So I can put a rail right there. And then what I can do is I can like stand this up or something. And then I can put like more rails in the ground. But it's something like that. But then all I have to do is just figure out how I'm going to get the minecart to go on this rail. So I was thinking of doing something like that, breaking it, and then we create a spot. But I don't know if the minecart will go onto the rail. That's what I really want to test out and see. Will the minecart itself like mess up, or will it go onto the rail? Does that make sense at all? So I'm going to do that right there. I'm going to create an open slot in the ground to place this into. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically make it see if it can go up the hill by doing something like that. Because the block should fit in here. That should be no problem. Yep, there it goes. Okay. The only problem is, will the minecart actually go onto this rail and go up? And if it does, then that means I can build a loop. I just don't think this will work. I just don't know though. No, it doesn't work. Okay, well, guess that's the end. Guess we can't do anything. What if we go from here? Oh, the minecart itself doesn't. So here's our minecart. What? Okay, they need to do something where the minecart follows gravity, because this doesn't work. And that is so unfortunate, because I thought if this worked, then we could build a loop. We can make it look like a loop or something. Because all we have to do then is to get it to go up like that, and then build another physics object going off of it that we can rotate like this. We gotta rotate it once, like that, I think. Then we can put it there, I think. Yeah, and then we can make it go upside down. And that makes like an upside down roller coaster. But like literally the problem is it doesn't actually follow the track. It's so unfortunate. Please, we need this. I want to be able to build upside down roller coasters. Because, like, you can literally... Oops. You can literally ride it when it's upside down. Like, see, I'm literally riding it when it's upside down. They just didn't make it so you could connect them together like that. Which is really unfortunate because I really want this to work. Okay, we need a way. Okay, so I know this. I know this. If I put a minecart there... Wait, I don't know this. What happens if I put a minecart here? And then it goes off the track. And so basically it would be stuck. Would the stuck minecart just be sitting... the stuck minecart gets stuck on the thing here. So I'm wondering... will it just fall down that... What? Gravity for minecarts is relative to the block you place it on. This is actually crazy. Will it just fall forever? Wait, I gotta see this. Will this just fall forever? If I go that way? Oh, it just disappears. Huh. So that is crazy. And unfortunate. Because I really wanted that to work so badly. Where the minecart could ride the rail. And go up the rail. I want to go up like... yeah. It's not fair. I really wanted it to work. Okay. Well, what's the next best idea? I'm not sure. Because physics assembler might work. Oh, we have a physics object here. It's just an annoying problem. I was hoping it would go up. So there's the rail. I'm gonna rotate it so that the rail can be placed on the side now. So now I can place the rail like that. And I can do something like that. There. If I break that, I can put it there. It just doesn't let the minecart go onto it. Which is so sad. Okay. So, theoretically, we can make it go upside down. But it doesn't let us go upside down. Which is happening. We want that. Well, I just want this to work. Why? Okay. Okay, I have an idea. We can't place it down like this though. Like, we can't place it on that track. That has to be placed on this track. That's the unfortunate thing. I just don't know, because it's getting stuck on something. And it's really annoying. is this? I mean, we can at least make it look like a roller coaster, but we can't ride it. Can't ride it. Which I really want you to be able to ride it. But I didn't say it had to be rideable, did I? It just has to loop. It has to be a looping ride. And this will look like a looping ride. Just won't work very well. So I can hold the back part. I make like some pieces for it to go in. I mean, there it goes. Here's your... Don't think that's what you want exactly. So let's do that. There you go. Now you got a loop. I wish it actually worked. But it's something. So now it's gonna go upside down. And then, I kinda wanna move it to the side so it can do like an option. So let's do like that. So it'll go upside down, and then it'll have to come down. So we'll just make another physics object go over it. Hopefully I can build that side, okay. So it's just, like, not working. So we do that. And then we line it up again. Come on. Actually rotate. Let me turn that music down. It's too loud. It's just unfortunate how this thing won't work. It'll look cool. It's not. It's not perfectly aligned. Let me make it so it holds it. I think that should work. But basically, it's gonna go around. And it's gonna loop. Gotta line that piece up. We'll make it look good later. We just need to make it do the full loop first. I think that lost me. That's what we want. Okay, whatever. It's gotta go like that. And I really want to be rotated correctly. So, like that. And I think it's hovering above that one, so let's try to center it a bit better by doing something like that. Okay, so we know if this is centered correctly right there. Then we can line up the top by giving the correct rotation like this. The only problem is this piece now is probably not locked in the correct spot. Causing this one to be a bit off. There we go. Should be fine. And then we're gonna go like this. Go to that. And then that. No, we gotta go to one more first. You have to go under the ground for it to work. There we go. So now it's gonna go like that. Yeah, it's a full loop. If we wanted it to like go off like that, we can go like that. The only problem is it won't actually loop. The minecart, you can already see it goes straight through it once it hits another physics object. It's so dumb. I don't know why the mod doesn't account for the minecart going onto the other rail on a physics object. But I can at least put the minecart and go upside down. I just have to put on the individual rail. Okay. Yep, and we hit another weird thing. Like, the thing is, it doesn't actually fall, because gravity is wherever the rail is pushing. It's kind of funny. But, yeah, that's a looping coaster, I guess, that doesn't actually let you loop. So I have to find a different way. I was hoping rails would work, but don't seem to actually work to ride, at least. I mean, that would be cool for decoration. It looks cool for decorating. If you wanted to build a cool looking non-functional looping thing. I have to figure out a different way to make a ride loop. So let's see, what other options do we have? I mean, we have rails. Could we do boats, maybe? Like, it wouldn't be a really roller coaster, but it would be more of like a water coaster that went upside down, which would be interesting still. So let's get some water. I need to test out water physics here. See if we can get some water to work. So we have some water. If I put a boat in the water, the boat will immediately... Where is this face up? This... Oh, the boat. Okay, so you can only place boats. The boats don't spawn upside down though, like minecarts do when you place them on this thing. Like, you put on the rail and the gravity's going up. It's so funny. But boats don't have that for some reason. You don't put the boat upside down. That's sad. I guess boats won't work either. So then what do we need to do? I tried messing around with like physics objects themselves and trying to get like a loop, like rotating them with the car on the actual thing. Let me just show you what I have. I tried using conveyor belts, which those things are horrible when you're trying to move items. Like, I have to have a whole system for my claw machine to get this whole thing to just move the conveyor belts to move it. But we got a cool looping roller coaster, sort of. I just wish that it actually looped. They need to update the mod to say that it will loop. It's so funny. But the only problem is can't make an actual loop with what we have. So I'm not sure. I need to like come up with a way here. It'd be great if any of you guys had ideas to do this, but I don't know. The only problem is we're dealing with square world, and we're trying to do. I just wanted to go upside down. It's unfortunate. Let's look through the inventory. What do we have? We have grindstones. Those things slide. So like grindstones, when they're physics objects, they act like ice. So if I put a grindstone down, like this should start sliding. Yeah, so it acts like a snow ski or something. It slides across blocks, which is pretty interesting. But I think it would have the same effect as if you had like just a normal ice block. Like if I did this, place an ice block under there, like it would do the exact same thing. Go. Like it slides across the same way. So I don't see how those are any helpful. I wish we could make it slide upside down or something. We could blow it with a propeller. It just won't go upside down. Because I was hoping we could like build like a whole roller coaster with the system that let us use the, where is it, the cart assembler? Like I could assemble a whole cart with it that I could build up an actual sit down ride. And then the minecart would ride on the track that would be attached to this physics object. But yeah, as I was saying, we could use a cart assembler. Like this was my idea originally. We could use a cart assembler and build. We could attach this to the minecart just using a redstone torch. Place it next to it. We place a minecart under it, and it actually attaches to the minecart. Well, once I use glue to actually put the whole contraption together, but you can see like that's the thing below it. Let me get some glue just to show. Got glue. I was hoping that we could do this. And then attach it, and it could go upside down. You could build like a whole cart on this. The only problem is that you can't build off of this because it is the old Create Mod version, at least with this stuff. So you have to pre-build it. You can't just build onto it. So I would just build like a whole cart here or something. And then make it so you could ride on top, like with your seat or something. And you're like, yay, I'm riding a upside down ride. But it doesn't work with the minecart. Minecarts don't like, they don't like this. Let me glue this. Yep. And there it goes. So you could technically sit on top and it would go, but not upside down. So what we need, honey blocks. What does a honey block sliding around do? Does that do anything physics-wise? Where's the physics? It's not super slidey. Doesn't do anything. Yeah. Whoops. We got access to TNT minecarts. I don't know, what could a minecart or a physics object slide across and go around in a circle? A dragon egg? I don't think a dragon egg would work. Cause like, where'd it go? We could do something like, oh, dragon eggs already, they already dropped. It's upside down. Great. Okay. So yeah, it just doesn't want to be touched, whatever. The thing is, we don't have any way. We have nothing. What create blocks do we have? That's what we should be looking at. Tons of just random stairs and blocks that are not super helpful. Could I use, there's this thing called in the create that is a, where is it at? It's called, where is it? Not a chain conveyor. It's called gantry shaft. So this could allow you to hang something off of it. Like we could hang a minecart or something off of it. And what we could end up doing is turning it into a physics object. And then maybe some way we could get that to go upside down. Somehow. Yeah, there's a gantry shaft. And then we can build a thing going off of it. Like a gantry carriage. And then we can attach our blocks to this. But again, it's the old mod, so that we can't build off of it once it's assembled. So we have to use super glue to put it together. But wait, does it have to be attached to a... No, there's no way. We have to just rotate with a motor. Let me get a motor. Our creative motor, this thing starts rotating it like this. Another cool thing we could do is we could use the create simulated bearing. Where's that at? The swivel bearing. And on this side it could hold it. Could put a thing on that. Oh, it's automatically rotating it. That's not cool. We'll just put it on this side. We'll put another creative motor on that. And what this will do. Okay. It did not want to assemble it. I know it's too much for it to handle. What is happening? Why is it no longer connected? No. Doesn't have enough support. What? We need to talking about? I don't know what I'm doing. If we wanted to do that, we don't even need a swivel bearing, honestly. Because we could just rotate the whole thing. We could just go boom. And rotating that would go woo! Yay, it's rotating. But not so helpful. Why is it like doing that? So I'll lock it. Okay, is it gonna start rotating? Oh, it needs a cogwheel. I'm dumb. So I forget that these things need cogwheels to actually rotate. You have to do it like that. There you go. And if you really want it to, I'm gonna put a gear shift on it so that we can, not a gear shift, a clutch. I'm gonna put a clutch on it so that it will start and stop it whenever we want. So I don't have to worry about breaking the motor every time. So when we build this, we use honey glue to connect all these pieces together. But, okay. So let's say our machine comes onto this thing right here. I'm going to make this out of ice so that you can understand it better. Or at least it'll be slipperier. So, if this right here is the railing for the ride, and we have our separate, no, that's not what I wanted. We have a separate rail. We can put, nope, we want it to go, I'm going to freeze it. So that'll be holding onto that, sort of. Kind of like a piece that I can slide across like that. And this will be like the actual minecart that slides across. And then just don't have a way of once it slides past this part to keep it on like this. I mean, doing 2 rails would work, but that would be just what I made beforehand. We did this, and that, and we're just back to my original idea before I made the stream. Which we don't have a good way to just make it look like it loops. We can make it flip upside down all we want. Like, let me just show you this thing over here. I made this right here. And then there's a cart right here. It's spinning around. Let me pause it real quick. It's up here. Let me just stop the rotation of our cart. Let's not stop the rotation. Why didn't it stop it? Let's see. So right here, we'll just go under it and stop it. It's not even being powered. Oh, okay. So when it's powered, it turns it off. So I need it to stop spinning so that it doesn't do the weird thing. So this needs to be turned on. That's supposed to stop it from spinning. But it's not stopping because it's probably not set to receive. Come on. Nope. Why is it still spinning? Wait, it isn't on. That is super weird. Okay, I hate these things because they don't always receive the signal, even when it's set to receive. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It stops spinning. What this thing does, now why isn't it moving? Come on. Oh, I know why. Yep. So it reaches this thing over here. It flips upside down. And what this ends up doing is it rides upside down. You can ride it, it goes upside down. And then it reaches over here. And it flips upwards. And then it goes up. Once the pistons open, it slowly starts rising. Sometimes it gets stuck. It's gone. Because it's got fans pushing it. The only thing is it doesn't look like a looping coaster. It just kind of rotates the thing. So it goes up, reaches the top, and then it starts flipping it all the way around. And then once it flips around, it goes down and a second, and then it drops straight down, crashes into the track below it. Because I didn't know what to do after that. But it's the best coaster I could make though. It has some flipping around stuff, but it doesn't really accomplish the idea of what a roller coaster does. So it's kind of sad. Because I really wanted to make a looping coaster. Because you can literally flip these things upside down. If it can go upside down like that and do a loop. The only problem is the track itself. I don't know of any way to just loop a whole track because it's squares and you need like a curve to make it go around the track. So if there's anything that allows an item to curve instead, like there has to be a way. There's no way there's not a way. You just have to think of something. Some sort of a way to do that. It's just kind of sad. So let me go back here to our garage. Where is my base at? I think I went too far away. I've just lost it. I need my own map. Oop. Here we go. But yeah, what I was doing over here, I mean, it wouldn't seem like it's much different. I mean, you could still make a cool ride. Like if we honey glued all this together. And then we went like this. Like we could make it like a back and forth ride if you want. I mean, it can be like a little carnival ride that spins back and forth, goes upside down. I could write a whole system that does that for fun, I guess. So it wouldn't be a roller coaster. It'd be more like a back and forth type ride. Way off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's what it needs to look like. Because it's going to rotate off of that thing. And then all we need to do so that's our physics object. So now this thing can go back and forth and upside down, just based on this whole rotation thing. But let's go ahead and glue this Now this whole thing should rotate around. There it goes. I mean, it's really okay. Yeah. So that's that right there. What we really want is to make it slow, or at least slower. And maybe we should do a gear shift as well, because that'll rotate the direction. So if I wanted to we have this, it's going to go up and across, goes down, it's attached on all sides. Okay, what we can do is we can move it somewhere else in the sky. So we rotate it, now it can rotate freely, go in like a circle. We definitely slow it down. Now it kind of goes, whee! It's not a looping coaster, that's for sure. But it's a cool little spinny ride. Let's just pause it. Let's make it rideable just for fun. Okay. So hopefully we can just let's make the top part feel like a ride. The seat. So you'd have like 4 seats or something. I don't know. And then it's going to start spinning. Then I can get on it. And yeah, this is sure to make your brain hurt after a while. It's not already hurt. But you can see we're just going back and forth based off of gravity. So crazy. Yep, lots of fun. I like how you can sit on a seat on the thing and it'll flip you upside down. That's very helpful mechanics. Your camera rotates with the seat. Because in the original Create mod, when things went upside down, your camera never turned with it. So you can rotate it back that way, or that way. So, I mean, there's that. It's cool, but it's not a roller coaster. So how do we turn this into a fully functional loop like this, which doesn't loop? Like, what do we do? What do we do? Okay, we need to think harder. We just need to think this through. We can do it if we just think hard enough. Which I'm bad at thinking. How could we, if we flip this upside down, so now it's upside down, what could we do to cause it to a loop? Let's get a piston here. I'll put a piston right there with a lever on it. This will cause it. Put it behind. So that'll cause it from going off whenever we want it to. So basically we want it to, when it gets upside down, we want it to open up when it reaches this particular thing. This will be the other track that it'll supposedly get on. So if we put that right there, it'll fall right into it. But you'd have to stop the rotating thing at exactly that point. So now it doesn't even want to rotate because it's getting stuck on this thing. What is it doing now? Okay, why is it getting stuck? What is the problem here? Oh. We just launched our cart because it was locked. And I unlocked it and it went. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So, yeah, we could just add multiple of these. We could make it go like it's crazy. We can make this whole building just rotate around. Yeah, I just don't know. Okay, so we can make it rotate that way. What if? Okay, here's a big brain idea. We put a thing going into this. What just happened? Okay, maybe we should stop it before we do stuff like that. Let's put you back to normal. And then we put this here. So this one will basically allow for a little bit of rotation on the thingy here. So I'll put it up here. Need a clutch, probably gear shift. And then put a motor. What that will allow us to rotate one tiny thing. Maybe we should actually just rotate that. There, okay. And there it goes. Come back. Okay. Okay, so now this whole thing is gonna rotate like this. But then the other thing will have to rotate as well if we unfreeze it. So watch this. If we turn that on, so now it's going to rotate the whole contraption like that, which is pretty interesting. We can get some interesting rotations, but I don't want this thing to rotate like that. I want it to just be normal. So basically, this thing right here will just rotate around. Oh whoa. So let's freeze you quick. Let's see. I want it to be rotatable like that. And then what we're going to actually lock is this rotation. Okay. And then we can... Alright, there we go. So now it's just this thing that is locked. What I want to do is use a torsion spring. And a torsion spring lets us control how much movement that we allow it to rotate. So if I just put a torsion spring, I can control how far I want to rotate. So I'm thinking of like making this into like one of those table things where you have a minecart that, or a cart that can be like go this way and then get pushed down this way and then it can go roll this way. This would just be interesting because then we could have a bunch of carts going forward. Maybe we just want to let's see. I want to do like 1 degree at a time here. Let's try 5 degrees on both. And this one will be more like 10 degrees. So when this rotates, it's not even rotating. It's had too much. Oh, okay. We have to put the spring in front of the clutch, that's what happened. So we gotta move our clutch back here instead. We'll just leave you off. And put a gear shift here, and then whatever. So now you can see it kind of rotates up and down like that very slightly, but that will allow us to put a minecart on it to rotate that way, but also we have to do the same thing here. We just put a gear shift and a clutch back like this, the motor, forget that gear shift. Just, oh no, it's not what I wanted to happen. You just need to connect it back. How did that go? This piece is connected to that. Okay, so all I need to do is just connect it like this with our slime ball. Just connect it like that. Oh, great. Super exciting. So, we put our torsion spring right there. It's at 10 degrees. And that should give it enough rotation there. Oh. Just forget it. We're just going to break all this again. And then, put a torsion spring, clutch, motor, and that's not what I wanted. Let's just set it to normal. Then off on. It's just rotating at the wrong degrees. So that means we just turn our thing on to go that way. And now it's not working. There we go. So now it's going to go back and forth. And then this one will rotate the whole thing up or down. Cool. And then we can have our little cart built here. So in the end, what I wanted to do was do this. Just make it go back and forth, kind of like a wild mouse roller coaster. That kind of just spins you around the turn each time. You just slam into one end, and you go down. Let's see. No, not on my cart. It's going to be the cart. So this is going to be our cart that allows us to go down. And that slides whichever way it goes. Ah. Pretty funny how it works. If I can get it rotated the right way. Because we gotta stick it through. There we go. So now that it's stuck on there, we can do that. So when it reaches one end, it will be able to go down. Only problem is when it reaches this part, oh, that's why we make it more cube. So that will ensure that it doesn't, you know, fall off the track. Okay. So let's unpause you. Woo. So there it goes. Yep, there it goes. And so now what we can do is we can rotate it back. This one rotates it back. Boop. And it's like, nope, get pushed up. So we can rotate it back that way. And it should go like super slow. Yeah, there we go. So there we go. So now all we have to do is hook this up to a bit of redstone programming, and then it should be able to go down. And this could be part of like a roller coaster. Just gotta move it forward. Okay, that goes. We can kind of just like move it forward like that. It's so cool. We can just go. Alright, it's over. So you can just ride it down like that. And then it goes the other way. Start sliding that way. And then it goes the other way. Maybe that's too slow. Let's try like 4. So I could do that. We could rotate it back this up. But it is too little though. Let's set our normal, let's set our speed back to normal first. Oops. Oh no. We lost ours. Nice. It wasn't honey glued. That's alright. We can always easily put it back on. Oh, come on. So now, put you back in. Oh. It does go like this, I think. Right? And I just... Okay. So, that one there, connect. So, now when we rotate this, oh, there's nothing attached to it for some reason. Okay. Let's make sure it's honey glued. Okay. So, oh, look at that. It's just so heavy for this thing to pull. I thought this could pull any amount of weight. Anyway, it just needs more power, that's all. Just doesn't want to go up any higher for some reason. You have to reset it. Oh. Yeah, all we have to do is do that, I think. And let's see. Let's put you back. So we just rotate like that. Turn you on. There we go. So, as long as you're in normal mode right there, which is this, we can turn it that way, that'll go down. We can rotate it that way, make it go up. Cool. So, this is just weird. Okay. Yep. Here's our ice part that loves to get thrown around. I don't even know at this point. All I know is our functioning looping coaster does not actually work. It does not work fully or functionally. This loop just does not loop. It's the dumbest thing. Push. Can push it. Whatever. This minecart's done for. Huh. Here's one last idea. One last idea that could theoretically work. Very much theoretical. So, if we have a minecart with a rail on here, we can rotate it around, right? Oh, what am I? Yeah, so we could make it so the minecart on the rail rotates. So, one last idea before I give up. I think this could theoretically work. We could in order to emulate the track going to this position. So, realistically, the whole time, your minecart would have to be on the same block in order to move. It would have to be on the same block. So if I went and created a physics object, then I made it facing up, we could just wanted it to go up a wall, all we'd have to do is just rotate it 90 degrees with our torsion spring. So we get our cogwheel, we get our torsion spring, and it'll go 90 degrees. Which direction? That is determined by gear shift. And then a clutch will start to stop it. Which I don't know how much that matters. But that's only going to rotate that one thing. Your lever. So now, when we use our glue to glue our whole system to it, because that's what we want. Why do you not like me? Okay. So that's going to be our mechanism. Minecart's on it. Oh, the minecart just gets kind of destroyed. Oh, there it goes. We just have to assemble it first. So when it gets assembled like that, does that mean if it's not a part of the contraption, I guess that would mean that's not a part of the contraption. But we'll say the minecart's going down the path. It's like, ooh. So here's the minecart going down the path. And it's like, oh, go upside down. Ooh, or go up the wall. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, what is this? So we could make it so when it hits certain triggers, it triggers an action on here. I just don't know. It's a cool thought. I just don't have the logistics thought through yet. So if we want to adjust the torsion, we have to turn it off. Which the minecart's not even part of the object on the rail anymore. Oh, wait, it is. Okay, okay. Sorry, I thought you were not an object on the rail. Whatever. So, if I want to adjust the torsion, I have to turn it off. Then do like a 180 degree rotation. So that would flip it upside down if the minecart was on it. So, boop, now the minecart is underground. And you'd probably be stuck if you run that. You could just call this the dunker. Just get your face thrown into the ground. Just go right here. You could put some like water there or something in the ground. So it's just like you just drown. That's so funny. And you're like, well, goodbye me. Starts drowning. And lives survival. Yeah, start drowning. How do I get up? I don't know. Just get off the minecart. But that's the best way we can do a looping type thing. Because it's here, and then stuff here. If that makes sense. And then we're like, oh, we're done being up there. Okay, then let's make it back down here. And wow, we completed loop. It's kind of sad, but it's whatever. I'm kind of getting tired of figuring this out. I think we'll come again a different day. Anyway, thanks for watching, you all. I hope you have a great day, and hopefully you can enjoy this mod yourself if you want to play it. It's called Create Aeronautics, and you can do a bunch of cool physics stuff with it. So check it out if you're interested. It's like my favorite mod right now, so yeah, I'll catch you in the next stream, whenever that is. You all have a great day. Goodbye.